Hello, everybody! Welcome to episode 130 of the Need to Nerd podcast. I'll be your host this week, Easy, and I'm joined by Petty, a friggin' bee.
Oh, hey everyone, how's it going?
We're doing good,
great.
Petty. We're doing good.
What is the accent you've chosen?
You don't like my podcaster voice?
No, not that I don't. I didn't say I did not like it.
My daughter has a special voice when she wants something from her dada that she only uses when she's trying to manipulate me, and it makes my wife laugh so hard. So she's like, "It's time for bed." It's like, "I want my dada," and it's like, "All right, little turd monster."
she knows where her
bread is buttered. Yeah. Well, we're not here to talk about how my daughter has become good at manipulating me today. No. We're talking about nerd stuff. We missed an episode that we recorded because I don't like it. We won't get too far into that. Basically, if we don't like an episode, we're just not going to put it out. We're just going to find a way to make it better and then record it later. So, no Magic the Gathering episode. And then I forgot to watch Hunchback of Notre Dame, Patty B. Twice, because I forgot this week too. And
that's okay.
So next week we'll probably be talking some Hunchback and comparing the wonderful, wonderful musical that you, Quasimodo, did to the probably much inferior movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are some contrasts, and it'll be fun to talk about. It's wild because it's been a minute since the show, so it'll be good to go back.
Yeah. All right. Before we get too far into this, though, we're recording this on my wife is blowing up my phone. Before we get too far into this, today we're recording on the 29th of September, and on the 30th of September, 27 years ago, Age of Empires 1 released. Woo! A round of applause, everybody. Age of Empires, let's go. Crazier fact, the reason this is the Nerd Fact of the Week is that 2 years later, on the same day, they released Age of Empires 2, which blew my mind. Like, what's the purpose in releasing it the same day, 2 years apart?
I mean, I don't know. Like, that is a kind of cool thing. I feel like I've heard of that game, but I'm not too familiar with it.
It's like a real-time strategy game, kind of like, but it's like based on, like, you know, the ages of different empires.
Okay.
I think I gotta open my Steam.
So not really like Civilization.
Ah! Don't look behind the curtain, people.
It's a little different.
So, like, let's see here. Yeah, I have Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition literally on Steam. And
nice.
My friends play this game all the time. So it's okay. I'm really bad at real-time strategy games. Like, I'm just not like the hotkeys and like doing that stuff that fast. Like, it's just way above me. I'm also just not a keyboard gamer very often. Like, it's basically Valheim and that's it for me on the keyboard.
Yeah, most stuff I like gaming wise, I'm very not skilled. Like, my sister was in town this week or today, and like she was talking about how her significant other's son was like coaching an esports team, and like how he's now taking over the ISU like esports program, and like how it's like, wow, that is just like so different than like any level of gaming that I'm on.
I'm a casual video gamer pretty often.
Yeah.
But
super cash.
That's enough with the Age of Empires talk. Let's talk about the Discord. If you want to tell Vinny to stop fleecing people in fantasy football trades for us, you know, head on over. I don't know.
What did he do? Okay. That's just a general critique of Vinny.
Or if you want to watch someone trash talk so badly and then lose even worse.
Oh, that was so fun. We have so much fun in the Discord. You need to get in there. ASAP.
Dude, I can't imagine saying that you have the best put together team in the league after no wins, the least points scored, and just a complete disaster of a team, Adrian.
But very high risk, high reward, we'll say.
Well, there's no reward. What was the reward?
I mean, hasn't come yet, so we'll see.
Share the show, though. Share the show with your friends. Share the show with your enemies. If you don't like the sound of my voice, share it with somebody that you don't like. There you go. And
you don't like us.
Subscribe on the YouTubes for a chance to win a new Nintendo system, or maybe like a PlayStation 5 Pro serialized. No. First 1,000 subscribers get entered into a giveaway for that. But let's talk about our need to nerd this week. Let's talk about the things that we're nerding out about right now. Petty B, go first.
So I am nerding out about a few TV shows. The first one, it really helps that my wife is nerding out about it as well, is Agatha All Along. I know that WandaVision, and the whole magic side of Marvel has not been your cup of tea, but we've loved it and it's been great. It's an episodic series starring Catherine Hahn, Aubrey Plaza. There's a lot of big names in this series, and episode 3 just came out this last Wednesday. It's like our Wednesday show. Yeah, it's been great. Really funny. It's got the appropriate level. The spookiness is kind of been teased a little bit, but it's right in time for spooky season with this Witch's Road that they're going down. Also, that song that's accompanying it is so catchy. I can't get it out of my head. It is awesome.
Kind of like HOTTOGO. You can take me hot to go, like that kind of catchy.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, for in that realm, it was actually I couldn't get the Plankton version of Pink Pony Club out of my head, but we'll talk about that some other time.
So I gotta be straight with you, Patty B. I don't even remember what happens to Agatha. Doesn't she get
her
mind erased or something?
Not erased. So spoilers for WandaVision if you haven't seen it yet. We rewatched the series the other day because we just had time and it's something we wanted to do.
That has to be one of the weirdest TV shows.
It's weird because what it does is it takes these different eras of television and
only at the beginning though. That's the thing. Is it doesn't
throughout the series it goes into the 90s Malcolm in the Middle style and Modern Family by the end of the series. So it does have a linear trend of the I Love Lucy stuff all the way to modern television.
Fair enough.
But Catherine Hahn's character Agatha, who's been another witch in the town, kind of pulling the strings, had been put under another mind spell where she was kind of trapped in this nosy neighbor persona in Westview. So
got it.
Yeah. This character helps break her out at the beginning of the series, and all this craziness and disaster ensue as she tries to get her power back because she doesn't have her power at the time.
Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah, my wife really wants to watch that. I would probably watch it with her just because I'm a good homie like that with the girls.
Yeah. No, it's good. I've got a lot of witchy people in my life, so it's been fun to watch something a little spookier.
Nice. What else are you nerding out about?
So the Penguin series is something that I've just started. Episode 2 releases today, so I'll probably go watch that sometime after we're done here. It's kind of looking to set up the new Robert Pattinson Batman movie, is the second one of that series. So it's been pretty good so far. I'm excited to see the transformation that Colin Farrell goes into to become the Penguin. It's wild. It's like so much makeup. Like he's not recognizable as like Colin Farrell. And that Penguin character is interesting. And yeah, he's great. He's fantastic.
I didn't see the Batman, and I really need to. My wife is not a Batman fan. She just does not jive with the character. That's like one I definitely need to watch on my own because I heard nothing but good things about that movie.
You're saying she doesn't like vengeance?
She's not wearing hockey pads.
She's not wearing hockey pads. That's great. Yeah, no, Robert Pattinson's Batman was very good. It like had that level. It was a little creepy too, like the Riddler in that one, like with the different. It's kind of forget what like famous serial killer he kind of like was emulating in that. But it was really it. Huh?
The Hinder Father?
The Riddler?
Never. It's an inside joke. Don't worry about it.
Okay, sorry. I'm assuming you're talking about Hinderrocker.
I was,
but yeah, because I thought he was the goat. Sorry, I didn't.
He's a goat.
I missed that. Okay.
Dude, I'm telling you, this joke's like way over your head. You just like you could not even jump to get there.
All right. I'll stop jumping. But this one that Batman movie definitely leans into more of the like detective side, and which I think Devonair might like.
Does he have a Batarang?
Yes.
How many tools are in his belt?
TBD. I can't remember.
Okay. Devonair wouldn't like it. She just won't do it, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Catwoman's great in that one too.
It's just every character in that movie?
No.
You just said the Riddler, the Penguin, and Catwoman are all in it?
Yeah.
Is this Spider-Man 3?
No, but it's still very good. The other thing that I've been doing a lot of is MTG Dustmourn. I've been playing a lot of that sealed, just to kind of boost up my collection. Something we talked. I employed some of the things we talked about in the episode that didn't make it to air. Yeah. We'll figure that format out so that we can actually put out a good product for that. But yeah, this limited's really sweet. Like it's pretty bomby. Like as far as like the rares are very impactful. But I'm having a blast.
Have you tried having a reanimator deck with the Black Overlord? Because I found that to be really effective.
Yeah, I did. I ran into a couple crazy things that happened to me, but I did have Black Overlord with the assistant and the other 5 mana like reanimation spell. So
nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I think the limited format's really fun. Like if you're like just trying, especially like if you jive with the vibe of the set, this is probably just like an all-time banger for a ton of people. Just because like a lot of people are really into the 80s and 90s horror, and like just so many. Like it's funny. Like sometimes I'll be playing a game of this set, and I'll be like, "Oh, I got that reference," which is weird because like I don't vibe at all with the
all right, Captain America. I got that reference.
Yeah, exactly. It's great. I read The Hobbit when it came out.
Yeah. Oh, right. Oh, forgot about that line. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. What do you know about wizards? I read The Hobbit. Anyway, dude, that show was too good. Can I just say really quick? Like, I know this is like a random tangent. That show was so good. That show of like all the Marvel shows had me on the edge of my seat the whole time.
Yeah, I think Marvel TV is making a comeback though.
And honestly, like the funniest thing is like the memes that were coming out of that time too. Because like, was that during the pandemic? Like,
I think so.
Like this is what happens when you order Captain America on Wish. Like, just it was so funny.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of Captain America on Wish, should we talk about your next one?
Yeah, we'll talk about the next one. One thing I want to make sure, like you were talking about some of the references, like I kind of just noticed a few of them in the limited playmat, whatever, like the play area that Arena gives you with the it's like a little rug that you put out that you like has all the streets and stuff that you like run your car on. And
wait, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll have to take next time I see it, I'll take a screenshot and I'll send it to you. But with it's got an 80s looking like Super Nintendo type console in there. Like, it's a great time.
Nice.
Yeah, my next one is one of Spencer's. I'm not as far along as he is. I think we're talking about My Hero Academia season 7. I am really not a subtitle kind of guy. Like I'm
actually not caught up on the sub.
Oh, okay.
It's fun. This is because I spent so much of my Hero time watching it with Maxwell, my wife, over the past I don't know how long, that I am, I think, 2 episodes behind on the sub.
Okay. I might be 1 episode behind on the dub.
But that's because one of them released yesterday. So
okay, so that's something we can catch up on. Yeah, this season's been great. It's really been tugging on my heartstrings, and I don't anticipate it getting better.
Yeah, I want to talk about it a little bit. Just minor spoilers. Like they're in this huge fight in this season, and it looks like it started on episode. It either started. I think it literally starts on 145. And we are on episode.
Third or fourth one of the series, right?
It's the 5th episode.
Yeah. Okay.
Of the season. And we are on episode 157. So the fight has been going on for 12 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And usually the show runs about 20 to 22 episodes a season. We have already hit 23 4 times. 5 plus 3, 23, right?
Yes.
Oh wait, no. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we actually I've only hit 19 episodes this season. I counted my columns wrong. And so for 12 of those, they've been in this huge fight. So I text my friend Mason Clark, who reads the manga, and I was like, don't spoil it, but this is getting to Dragon Ball Z level length of fights, which you don't understand that reference, but the longest anime fight in history is between Goku and Frieza, which you probably get that pop culture reference.
Yes. Also, that if you had said One Piece 2 is notorious for these long fights that are drawn out.
Yeah, One Piece does have that a little bit, but Dragon Ball Z takes it to the max.
Okay.
You'll have 3 minutes covered of real time in the joke is Frieza and Goku, Frieza's the thing's gonna blow up in X minutes, and then literally 4 hours later it hasn't happened yet.
So it's like a season of 24.
Yeah, So anyway, he says that the fight is 100 chapters of anime and of manga, and the thing is they do. My Hero is pretty fast on the getting stuff out. I think that they cover 4 to 6 chapters an episode.
Okay.
So it's about 20 episodes of fight, which means that it will probably go into the next season of this anime. But like you said, it's kind of compelling. Usually in these long drawn out fights, I'm like, why are we still here? Why are we still doing this? And something that My Hero does a really good job of is making you care about every character. Like, you don't just care about Deku and Bakugo and Todoroki. Like, you care about Froppy. For some reason, we all love Froppy. And like you.
For me, it was the hospital stuff this season, where it's just like,
oh, dude, those episodes are heart-wrenching.
Yeah.
That's the thing, right? Like, we're in season 7, and we finally learn about who Shoji is, and it's like this huge tragic backstory. You're like, what the heck, dude? This season's so good.
Yeah. Yeah, this season has been very good. I can't wait to talk about it in length. What else is going on for you? You're even playing a fun Star Wars game.
Dude. Yeah, so during our last Ninja Nerd, I think I was installing the game on my Xbox during the episode.
Oh, yeah.
And
you're like, I'm gonna go play this now.
Like, bye.
Yeah.
So I've never really been into like stealth games. Like, I've never played Assassin's Creed. You had mentioned like Arkham Knight is kind of like that. Mm-hmm. Another series that I've never played. So this is the Ubisoft Star Wars game. It might be their first Star Wars game. And there's like already a lot of problems with like Ubisoft that people have, and just kind of like the direction that their company has gone with microtransactions and with like not releasing the same quality of games that they released. Basically, I think since Black Flag, people have had that was like their last one that people were like, this is one of the best games ever. And then they're like, well, everything's gone to heck now. And when this game came out and everybody got it early, like all the reviewers, they just got completely review bought. Like, everybody's like, it's buggy, it's bad, and blah, blah, blah. Like, it's got like nothing going for it. And I have to say, this has the most charm of any Star Wars game I've ever played. Like,
okay.
Your animal companion Nyx is like an amazing part of the game that you get to use to like, go steal credits from people, or like, go jump on his head to distract somebody so that you can punch them in the nards behind them. And like, it's just like an absolute delight every moment I'm playing it.
That's good. Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that cutie pie.
Dude, he is the cutest thing, and you can get little different things to like put it like, right, like you got like wraps to wrap his
little hat.
Dude, yeah, all kinds of stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, and one of the quests, like, you have to make Nyx jealous. So like, you have to go find a different animal and like pet it, and then he gets jealous and angry, and you're like, he doesn't like it when you pet other animals. And then like, there's a sub game in the game. I'm just gonna go off a little bit, where like you try different foods from around the galaxy, and like there's a sub game where like you and Nyx eat the food together, and it's like a puzzle game. And then when you're done, you can set some aside as a treat for Nyx to give him different bonuses. So the more of these sub games that you play, the different powers that you can get for Nyx.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, I usually like just kind of try to tank my way through things, and like, you can't do that in this game. But it's genuinely like so fun. Like, all of my least favorite missions, for example, in like Red Dead Redemption, are like stealth missions. Like, I just don't vibe with them. But I don't know. This I would say definitely the best Star Wars game since Jedi Fallen Order, and might be better than Jedi Fallen Order.
Wow. Yeah, we've talked highly about that game. So
yeah, I mean, I talked about how like I really was struggling with it's so funny. Like, you can see that they took inspiration from Fallen Order for a lot of it. Like, all of the good parts of the movement from Fallen Order that aren't like wall jumps and stuff like that are in this. Just like, you're not a Jedi. Like, I think there's something special about that too. Like,
right.
Like, there has been 0 lightsabers at all. And like, that's because the Rebel Alliance is fighting the Empire right now. And like, there's just no Jedi to speak of.
Yeah, just no Jedis around.
And, Cal Kestis off doing whatever he's doing right now, so.
Sure.
Pretty fun. And then I got the chance to watch Inside Out 2 this week with my kids. And I gotta say, I Thought the first one was kind of mid, to be honest.
Wow, okay.
But, you know, when something becomes the highest grossing animated movie of all time, you got to check it out, right?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I say that, but I still haven't seen Way of Water. And I mean, it's like a 5-hour movie. Come on, like, how am I supposed to watch it?
In theaters. That's what I did. It's just like, all right.
Did you take a nap in the middle of it?
IMAX, get the popcorn, go all out.
I honestly wonder if that's why I didn't like the first Avatar, because I didn't see it in theaters for the first time.
Okay. You'll get your opportunity at some point. They've done re-releases for things.
But Inside Out 2 was fantastic. All of the new emotions are very funny. The story is great. I mean, I really appreciate something. Here's the thing. I didn't dislike Red. I know a lot of people had problems with Turning Red, because they didn't actually address the elephant in the room, right? Like, this girl's going through puberty, and they're not willing to just say that's what's happening, right? And like a lot of people both had a problem with the fact that it was even a movie in the first place. They're like, why are we making a movie about this for kids? And it's like, well, because kids go through that.
Kids go through that, yeah.
and this one, it is
crazy.
Literally the start of the movie is like a demolition group comes in to destroy the main office. Like, what are you doing? Right. And they're like, they put a sign out that's like puberty wreck stuff, and like it's just like bam in your face, like here's what's happening. And they're like, yeah, it comes with more complex emotions, they're gonna show up now, and like it's just, there's a scene in the, I don't want to spoil it for you because you're really gonna enjoy it, but there's a scene with one of the new emotions who is anxiety, and it
kind of the villain of the quote unquote villain of the movie. It's kind of my understanding.
Yeah, sure, villain.
If a villain like this can, if a show like this can have a villain, it's.
And I actually watched a video about the scene and how they're like, you know, it will go down as like one of the most beautiful animated scenes ever, and I really do believe that. Like it perfectly encapsulates anxiety, like, and like as somebody with like actual, you know, clinical anxiety, it like, you know, my chest is tightening thinking about like this girl. Just to be clear, like you see an anxiety attack from both the outside and the inside, and it is really beautiful.
I think TikTok spoiled this one for me, but
did it?
Yeah, I think I may have seen the scene that you're talking about.
It's so good, dude.
Go through TikTok, yeah. So, yeah, I'll be excited to watch it. That'll be cool.
My next one is just Rings of Power. I go watch it with my wife. I think we're only like 3 episodes in. I really loved the first season of the show. I know that it got a bad rap, but everybody on the internet hates everything these days. It's like the cool thing to do. I honestly, like, it's so fun to be in that world. I really love the acting, especially. It's so interesting. Like I understand that like it doesn't line up. Obviously, the timelines don't make sense, right? Like some of these people just couldn't exist in the timelines that they're existing and things like that. But I don't know, man. I heard I watched an interview with the guy that plays Sauron, and and apparently they didn't tell him he was playing Sauron until like episode 3 or 4 of the first season.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, I think I made it through like episode 1 or 2. I might need to give season 1 a shot again, because it sounds good, but I think it was just like had a slow start and it lost me.
Yeah, it's definitely worth the watch, and like the visuals are absolutely stunning. So, but that's me. Yeah. What do you want to learn about next?
Yeah, so we've been looking at a few things. Shelby and I went on a drive on Monday. It was a really good time. We started talking about. I showed her, and it's something that we'll talk about in our news section. We kind of hinted at about earlier with the 30th anniversary PlayStation 5, and how like that is a lofty like goal. It's not really something that I don't think is like really feasible. But some that led to a discussion about what like might actually be feasible. And I've seen some like secondhand Xbox Series S's on Marketplace for like 150, 170, which I think is a good enough deal. Like that I might just hop in and like start doing the Game Pass thing. And start playing some games that way.
Nice. Yeah, I just think Game Pass is like the best thing in gaming right now, so I don't blame you at all for like just wanting that. Yeah, I see one in Salt Lake for $100 right now.
That's not bad. That's yeah. So some of them you don't know.
That's yeah.
Some people are kind of scummy where like they're trying to pass off an Xbox One S or like One as a Series S. So don't do that, because we all know, I'm looking for a specific one. Like they may get someone casually.
Dude, I'm telling you though, if you get one of these, you gotta get the screen so that you can like play it on the battery pack and the screen. It's so cool.
That is sweet.
I just throwing out, like, I play my Xbox all the time now. I play Game Pass constantly, and like sometimes like if I just need something to do that's like I'll just load up Game Pass and just see like what's on there that my son will find funny or whatever. Like there's like this game where like you play as a cat that like gets like that falls out of his apartment and you have to get back to your apartment. And like my son and I played that for like 6 hours one day.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Game Pass is dope.
Yeah, so gonna explore some of that stuff. As far as like TV shows, we're gonna continue on the ones that I'm nerding out about now. We just got Netflix back again. So for a couple reasons, because we have the Cobra Kai episode coming up. Gonna watch the new season of that. But specifically, like, there's a new season of Vox Machina that I'm really excited about. That's based off of this Critical Role campaign, where the people who play in that are voicing it for like a TV show, which is season 3. So it's really great. It's one I definitely recommend for you to check out.
Yeah, I probably will. Like, I kind of miss my D&D campaign. It's so hard to do multiple podcasts, a D&D campaign. Matt and I have talked about like how we want to do Constructed Clash again, and like it's just like D&D is so cool, and it captures like a different part of your brain. So I'm really excited to. I probably check some of this out and see like how they captured. One of the things that's interesting to me, maybe you can tell me this, do they capture the chaos that a D&D campaign is in the show? Yeah?
Yep.
Okay, that sounds dope.
Yeah. So where something goes wrong and then all hell breaks loose. So that's there. Even though I think it's something that they've already, like, the campaign is through, but it was something that was like played, and so that's pretty cool. As far as movies, we wanted to go see Beetlejuice, but haven't quite had the time to go do that yet. It's been a wild month doing house repairs and bartending weddings. So, but do want to check out Venom: The Last Dance. We've loved all the Venom movies. And right now, that one's releasing later this month. Want to give that a shot again. They've kind of teased the God of Symbiotes Noel, which is pretty cool. I'm excited to see what they do with that.
Oh.
And see when and if they can get Tom Holland in this universe.
I haven't seen any of the Venom movies, but I think that this one looks really funny. So I might check them out just so that I can end up seeing this one.
Yeah, the like good cop bad cop conflict between Eddie Brock, who like wants to do the right thing, and Venom, who just wants to eat people's heads.
Was Carnage in the second one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
was really good villain too.
That sounds like really violent.
It was. Yeah, and oh shoot, Woody Harrelson was great as like I think he captured the like chaotic energy that Carnage has.
Cool. So for me, the number one next thing that I want to do is the new Zelda, Echoes of Wisdom, come out on the Switch just last week. I've probably watched 6 hours of people playing it. It looks so good. It's also in the style of Zelda games that my wife likes. So, we'd all be able to play it at different times as a family. And it just, I think that it looks like one of the best top-down Zelda games ever made. You also get to play as Zelda, which is, weird.
That's cool
that happened for the first time.
Right. How many years has this franchise been, a thing, and you haven't been able to play as
honestly, it's like
title character.
They took Link to the Past and the mechanics of Tears of the Kingdom and like smashed them together to make something pretty cool, I think.
Awesome.
Yeah. My next one is the one that Maxwell really, really wants to see. That I think
those ads been on your timeline too. I've gotten nonstop ads for this movie.
We went to what movie did I just take Max? I don't really remember what movie I just took Maxwell to. And we're sitting in the theater, and he's like, "I need to see that movie," and that's The Wild Robot. I have not read the book, but like, I just from the previews, I think this should be nominated. Like, this is one of the things I can't stand about the Oscars is like, how does a movie that looks like this exist? I haven't seen it yet, obviously, but like, if it's as good as it looks, this should win Picture of the Year. Like, it looks amazing.
Yeah. It seems like a pretty good cast too. Like I say, like, well, both of your next need to nerds have just been on my timeline nonstop as far as like advertisements. Like, hey, go see this thing, like, in English and Spanish, like all over the place.
Interesting. Yeah. Have you seen like?
I didn't know it was like an adaptation of like a book.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
And it's apparently a really good book. So
yeah,
not the good book, but like a good book.
Yeah.
So Maxwell really wants to see that. We're gonna hit up Shelby for some babysitting services so that we can take him. And the next one is Transformers 1. I didn't want to see this. And then it got like insane reviews from everybody. I was like, what? This looks like a dorky little dork like it looks like a meme of Transformers. Like, it doesn't, not like Transformers like the Michael Bay movies. Like, it just doesn't. I watched Transformers growing up as a kid.
Vibe feels weird.
Yeah,
vibe is different.
It just looked different, and then everybody's like, "This is the best Transformers movie ever made." I'm like, oh.
There's one thing to say: just very talented voice cast, right? You've got Keegan-Michael Key, Scarlett Johansson, and Optimus Prime is Thor, right? Is Hemsworth?
Is it?
Yeah. So, like, I don't know. I was kind of iffy on it too. Just, like, the animation style and like, I don't know. It's different. Which, I don't know, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe people are tired of big smash explosion-y kind of Michael Bay style Transformers movies.
Yeah, I mean, it's got an 89% audience score on Rotten. Or is that the audience score? Or is that the... Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. It's got an 89 critic score on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's not bad.
It's got a 98% audience score.
I guess I'm a different audience. I don't know. Like,
did you see the movie?
No, I haven't. Like, I must not be the right audience. I don't know.
I don't know. I just like. Is this the highest? Oh no, because Paddington 2 for a long time had 0 bad reviews and then got 1, right?
Which one? Paddington 2? I don't know. I did not follow that as
so I probably won't see that in theaters, but I do want to see it.
Okay.
Let's talk about some news though. So the most useless console in history got announced. Like, I don't know why anybody.
I sent this to you, a TikTok to you, because I love, and it had Cleo Thomas, famously played Zero in Holes, was like gushing over this new console. It's not a new console.
So hold on. I want to be clear. The 30th anniversary. Okay, we're going to talk about the PS5 Pro really quick. A pro version of what? Like, can you imagine if Xbox tried to their new cycle that they just released? They released just a middle generate. Like, they're just like, oh yeah, we're going to release an X that's cheaper, like that is digital. Like, we're just going to expand these two stacks.
Yeah,
and make it either one cheaper and then have one that's slightly more expensive with like slightly more expensive. No, PlayStation did not get the memo that they've only had like 2 real exclusives and that people are treating them just like they're treating Xbox right now. And they're like, no, we're releasing a pro version and it's infinity dollars. Okay.
How many dollars is infinity dollars?
How many? Well, it depends. Do you want to talk about the anniversary edition that is serialized? That you only get. There are only 12,000, and I think 300 of them.
123,000.
No, I'm pretty sure it's 12,300.
Actual 12,000. Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Pre-K pause.
I'm looking.
Yeah,
that's 12,300.
Oh my god! I thought it was 123,000. Where it's like
so
a little bit bigger of a number.
So they're gonna go on sale. I don't know they're on sale. I
think it's on sale in like November.
Yeah. So they're gonna go on sale for $1,000. That is not what these are gonna sell for.
No.
Let's be. Like, if you thought the scalpers were bad on the Xbox and PlayStation when they first came out, this is going to get ugly.
Yeah.
So, I have a lot of problems, all right? So, there are some cool things that I want to mention. The 30th edition anniversary is, like, the OG PlayStation, like, great. It looks really, really,
cool, Spencer.
Really cool. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend that it doesn't look really, really, really cool. I have a problem with a $1,000 price point, which isn't even going to be the real price. It's going to be like $5,000 for one of these.
Yeah,
and it's not even the craziest part to me. It's digital only.
The Pro version?
Yes.
I thought the Pro has the disc and everything. Like, you're able to play your disc games. It
says right on here, disc-free console.
Oh, what? Get out of here. Okay. I see when they said the Pro, because I thought that's how they designated like the Slim and the Pro, right? Like the Slim was like the digital only version, and your Pro lets you play physical games. Oh, that's nonsense. That's nonsense.
The listeners can't even hear me just shaking my head at you. No. This This is.
Wow,
listen.
okay.
I obviously am an Xbox guy, but this looks really sweet. But I'm like, there's not a world in which I'd buy this.
I love the other thing that, as far as the look that hasn't been mentioned, is the micro U or the USB-C.
Oh, it's so cool.
When you plug it into your controller, it has the fat
end
thing,
of
so
the old PlayStation.
So it looks like it was when you were a kid, playing your PlayStation. They're really tugging on those heartstrings of people who had original PlayStation and PlayStation 2 consoles.
I think it might come with 2 controllers though, which is actually pretty good value.
That's nice.
Yeah. So, what do you think? What do you think the number one, the serialized one of that is going to cost?
Oh, cripes! I don't know, probably $20,000.
Dude, how many people are going to take off work to try and get one of these?
Dude, I don't know.
That's the thing, man. Is if
bots exist, so it's
let's say that you did get one, right? Let's say, Patty B, you took off work and you got
I did talk about it with one of the owners at Cape.
You got number 535. Oh, yeah. Dude, even better, you got number 69. Nice. You couldn't keep it. Could you? Would you keep it?
I would not keep number if I got number 60. If I got a prime number, I would sell it for whatever, primo number, because they're we've seen this with Magic players and serialized Magic cards. People go on the hunt for specific numbered things. There are some whales out there that will just dump money into that. So it's wild. Yeah, it's a crazy cash grab, and that the secondary market is scary with that. Yeah, part of that was initially when the PS5 and Xbox One came out, it was the coming out of COVID production scarcity that and the scalping was bad. I don't even want to deal with people and the stuff for this one. So
I don't know if I told you this. I don't know. It's kind of embarrassing. I don't know. I think I said it on the podcast, so I'll say it again. Do you know what my Xbox costs?
I think you have told this story where it was $1,000.
Yeah, my wife. We had bought a Series S at Costco. She returned it and bought one. She's like, "Oh, well, I got it from Walmart." So that just had to be the normal price, right? And I was like, "No, it wasn't. Yeah, Walmart is a secondary marketplace."
On the app.
Yeah. So. But that's crazy. I love my Xbox, and she was trying to be sweet, so it's all good.
Yeah.
You got some nerdy news you want to talk about? I want to say the PlayStation looks cool as F. I'm never going to be able to get one.
Yeah.
Ever.
I know.
Ever.
That was a discussion. Right? How it became to the let's get an Xbox Series S.
Do you have a 4K TV?
No, that's the other thing. That was what we talked about.
They're super cheap.
That was that was that was exactly the conversation. Was I love our TV.
This one right here is our only 4K TV. The one behind me.
Yeah. Whatever.
I really can't tell the difference, and I'm blind, so
Yeah. That it would be sweet to have a 4K TV. Or a bigger one for the office space in here for podcast stuff and whatever. So I've got a couple. We talked about Batman and Penguin. There's some more DC news that I wanted to bring up. They talked about. I guess there's I have to go back to this. A Bane and Deathstroke movie has been kind of teased, which has piqued my interest. Of DC maybe doing. Not Suicide Squad, but just a villain team up where they tackle a larger super villain. so that kind of caught my eye as something I wanted to check out. And then there's a Green Lantern series coming.
What's crazy is it looks like that might be for 2026, so not even that far out.
Yeah, which is wild that we haven't really heard much about it. Like this is the first kind of like let me read here. So yeah, okay. So it's in development. So maybe not as soon as we'd like there, but that's cool. James Gunn pulling out all the stops. Speaking of, I think they casted a really great person for Hal Jordan. I don't know if you heard the actor Kyle Chandler. He has been in a few different like true crime style shows, so it kind of seems that it's leaning into the like detective side and having like an older Hal Jordan. So that was pretty sweet. I've loved Green Lantern. Green Lantern is one of my favorite superheroes since I was a kid.
Were you a big fan of the movie?
Yeah, I didn't hate it like everybody else. It's fine.
You know what's funny is I also didn't hate it.
It gets a lot of hate and it's popular. It's kind of like Nickelback, where it's like popular to hate on and rag on, but like I think it was not a bad show. Not a bad show.
Yeah, it's like one of those things that was like, I think we joked about this on another episode where like I would watch different movies that were on like DirecTV late at night for free. And that was one that I've seen. I've seen a couple.
Yeah, this came up. Yeah, I think it was last episode, the last kind of neat to nerd thing. But yeah, great choice for that. I think that what they'll do is like set up not Hal Jordan, but oh crap, what's the other Green Lanterns?
I don't know. You're the big Green Lantern fan.
I know. It's all. The Green Lantern
robot
character. Robot. I am computing. Here we go.
Yeah, there we go. So you said it was going to set up who?
John Stewart as like kind of the new
nice
Green Lantern for the DC's Justice League stuff moving forward. That
I have a question.
What to do? Yeah.
Why would you end the show like this? What is your problem?
I remembered it and we had to talk about it.
What's your problem? Do you try to start a fight on the podcast? You want to co-host Rumble?
What are we rumbling about?
Why would you end the show like this, Patty?
I don't know. We can talk about it another week if we.
No,
if
it's fine. I just you gotta sandwich it. You gotta do this differently.
You're right. We should take this and cut it and splice it somewhere in the middle of the episode.
You want me to cut it and put it somewhere else?
We're here now.
Okay. Professor McGonagall's dead, and it's Patty's fault because he's the one that put it in the show notes.
Oh, it's my fault.
And Mufasa died again.
Yeah, we had it's been a rough month.
Here's the thing, man.
Celebrities passing away.
With these two, they were both old.
Yeah.
And there's some really cool stuff. So for Maggie Smith, like that woman just like lived her life and like
she was the best.
Yeah, she just lived her life. James Earl Jones actually gave Disney the rights to his voice with AI so that he will forever play Darth Vader.
Oh, that's cool. That's interesting. I did not know that.
Well, it's a good thing that I was here to sandwich in the positive.
That is so positive. So
James Earl Jones, I don't know if he did it for Mufasa, but he did give Lucasfilms the rights to use his AI, to have AI use his voice to make him Darth Vader for all time.
Wow, that's great. That's such a legacy.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of stuff this weekend in regards to Maggie Smith with Harry Potter fans, kind of coming together and having their wands up at Harry Potter world. It's been
yeah, you know,
it's been tough.
It's interesting, you know. She who must not be named can go kick rocks, but like,
right.
I think something that is really interesting is like there's multiple McGonagalls to me. There's book McGonagall and there's movie McGonagall. Mm-hmm. Also, I've never seen Downton Abbey, so everybody in the comments is like, "What about Downton Abbey?" I don't know. I've never seen it.
Yeah, I also not super into like the British TV show drama type, you know, classic traditional English stuff.
But Maggie Smith is a very cherished part of my life. Her delivery when it came to the Potter films, and you know, it was special. Like I say, there's multiple. There's book McGonagall, the one in my head. There's audiobook McGonagall.
Right. Yep.
which is my favorite McGonagall. No offense, Maggie. And then there's Maggie Smith, which honestly I like better than book McGonagall in my head. She brought such a, I don't know, like a sass that honestly, it's funny. Like when I read the books, McGonagall was like this strict teacher in my head. Mm-hmm. When I listened to the books, which I do all the time, probably will do it tonight. There's like this like sassy edge to her,
kind of spunky.
Yeah. And Maggie, I don't know. She just like her delivery on her lines. You know, why is it always you three? Like just so many classic lines, especially the ones that weren't in the book, right? Like the ones that like weren't in the book. And I can't imagine, you know, I mean, just in all of her interviews, she's just always upstanding and classy. And like, I can't imagine a person to have been able to like mentor those kids through just being the most popular movie stars in the world for 10 years.
Yeah.
They were lucky to have her.
100%. Yeah. Because she's an icon outside of the Harry Potter movies, but I feel like I felt like it was important to talk about it as it is current events.
Yeah. So. That one, I do want to talk about James Earl Jones really fast because I don't think Star Wars would have happened without him. Mm-hmm. Like him coming on board. Have you ever listened to audio of the original voice actor?
Yeah, TikTok. That was a beautiful thing about the internet, right? Is you see some of these like it wouldn't happen without James Earl Jones as the voice. It wouldn't have happened without the towering figure who played Darth Vader, who was just this massive unit. Yeah.
Did you know that Hayden Christensen had to like wear like stilted boots to play Darth Vader when he plays Darth Vader?
Like the goth girl boots that are like raised?
No, it's like a bar, I think, is what he does. I have to look it up. But like Hayden Christensen's not tall enough to play Darth Vader. I mean, not that it matters, Darth Vader's legs are fake. But like
sick burn.
But yeah, like one of the things one of the things that has become so cool in Star Wars media has been when Vader's mask breaks, you hear Hayden's voice, and then when it's on, you hear James Earl Jones' voice, and it's like it's now happened multiple times. Like it happened in Obi-Wan, it happened in Rebels. It's actually, I don't think that it was Hayden's voice in Rebels because it was
whoever played Anakin.
Yeah, it was I think it was the Clone Wars actor's voice.
Yeah,
but it's and then you hear them blended, and like, I think that James Earl Jones is responsible for the most iconic villain in movie history.
In media, yeah.
Like, is there anyone that comes close to Darth Vader?
Yeah, not really. And like his music is so iconic as like as a representation of the villain. Yeah, that motif is just And when you think about Darth Vader, you hear his voice.
I can't hear it.
That's pretty good. Oh no, damn it. Okay, sorry.
I hope that we put like John Williams' brain in like some kind of a thing
supercomputer.
Yeah, like that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles villain. Like the brain is like, oh my God. I don't know.
Oh, no, we want to give him. We want to give him the Captain America. What's Ivan? The one that the government turned into like a beta tape supercomputer.
Too great.
Yeah,
that's gonna do it for the Need to Nerd this week. You can suggest topics. We gotta plan our episodes out here in the near future. Yep. Lately, I've been the worst, and I've just been like, "Hey, Patty, here's our schedule," and Patty's like, "Okay, sounds good." But we do like to plan them out. You don't really think I'm the worst. You're supposed to say, "You're not the worst, Spencer. I love your episode ideas."
Thank you. No, your episode ideas are great.
Thank you so much for doing that, Spencer. I really appreciate it.
We talked about it recently, so yeah, we plan out the episodes.
Next
love
week,
your input.
We'll probably do Hunchback. We got I just want to let people know what's coming up, just so you can prepare. Because I think that makes the show more fun in a lot of ways. So we got Hunchback next week. We're definitely gonna do it. I'm gonna watch it. I don't know.
Do it tonight,
dude. It's 9:30.
Yeah, fair.
I haven't played Outlaws all weekend.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Like football is back too, and it like we may need to. I don't know. We'll talk about it another time. But it's like we are watching a lot of football on Sundays, and so.
You want to move the recording date because you want to watch football?
It's very possible that catching Sunday Night Football might be a thing.
Okay,
but
so when we have our Nietzsche rom-coms, just come prepared to listen to me talk about all the best rom-coms because I have the best opinions. Witcher season 3.
Oh yeah,
which I gotta watch again. I really loved that season, so I'm excited to watch it again. Yeah. And our Need to Nerd Fantasy Sports gets you up to date on the way that we play fantasy, the way that we interact with it, things like that. And then Stick It, which is one of my very favorite movies of all time. An underrated gem. So those are some of the things coming up. But if you have something you want to talk about, leave a comment, whether it's on YouTube or on Spotify, and let us know. Petty B, where can people find you?
They can find me on X at PettyBMTG. I talk about stuff on there.
Why do you call it that?
Because it's okay. X, formerly known as Twitter.
I want to know, when you load it on your computer, what do you load it as? What do you type into the bar?
It is easier to type X.com.
You type X.com?
Yes.
You're fired. You weren't done. The show's over.
Sorry. Peace.
Nobody does that. That's so weird. You're a weird dude.
Okay. It's just what he likes to call it. So whatever.
Anyway, keep going.
And one of these days, once I finally actually start doing because it's funny. We talked about recording TikToks for the event bartending business. And it's like, I need to record TikToks for the podcast too. And it's like, okay, once we start there, then people can start coming at me like, hey, you said you do a TikTok for this, and I'll do it. Nice. You said you do a TikTok for this, I'll do it. We'll go.
I have a funny TikTok that I need to record about my family. And I will tell you about it off air in just a second.
Great.
You can find me on TikTok at Spencer13Heezy. You can find the show at Need to Nerd Pod. You can find the show at Need to Nerd on Twitter. Actually, it might be Need to Nerd Pod on Twitter too. Yeah, you can find me every week on Constructive Criticism, and then soon every week on the Constructive Criticism YouTube channel doing Clash. Matt is just finished up some school stuff. I will get back to that. It's a video series where we play a matchup, both talk about the decks, what we think about the matchup, and just kind of break it down from like a testing perspective. So
cool. Still doing monthly smash through with Matt?
We have show notes for an episode that we want to do. Cool. We haven't been in like the Smash spirits as much lately to do it. And that episode, that shows like a real labor of love, and like just personally, like I don't, you know, there is like a lack of want on my part to put out that content when I don't feel like I'm engaging in Smash in the way that I need to put out the show. Like,
sure,
I play a lot of random, like I play like 15 characters right now instead of 2. So
okay, cool.
That is going to do it for this week. We'll see y'all next week with a brand new episode of the Need to Nerd podcast.